Hey everybody, and welcome to the future. Today we bring you our movie review about American Sniper.
I got a military-age male on a cell phone watching the convoy over.
If you think he's reporting troop movement, you have a green light. Your call, over.
Acabamos de ver Francotirador, dirigida por el señor Clint Eastwood, interpretada por Bradley Cooper, y una excelente propuesta. Es un thriller lleno de acción, drama, bastante bien, basada en la vida de Chris Kyle. La película toma referencia por la novela, por el libro escrito por su esposa Taya Kyle. Una excelente propuesta, y el día de hoy vamos a hablarles acerca de la película y qué nos pareció.
One of the most important scenes in the whole movie are one of the first ones where Chris Kyle and his brother get in a fight in school, and we see them at the dinner table with their father and mother. And the father tells them that there are three types of people in this world. There are sheep, wolves, and sheepdog. When the father found out that Chris, the older brother, defended his younger brother, he asked him if he had finished the job of defending, if he had taken care of the kid, and he said yes. And this is one of the most key importances of the movie, because this is what marks him for the rest of his life. What kind of life is he going to lead? Is he going to have people walk all over him, or is he going to do his own thing? His character is based as a sheepdog. He takes care of his own. He takes care of his country. So this is why he joins the army. He sees terror attacks on TV, and this is what makes him join the army, because he wants to go out there and find whoever's doing this, whoever's killing his own country, his people, and he wants to make a difference and take care of them. He wants to be that sheepdog.
Bueno, durante el transcurso de toda la película sentí que solo siguió un solo nivel, tal vez porque está basado en una historia real. No pudo ir más allá, si no sería como contradictorio, sino ya sería un poco más irrealista. Dentro de la película hubo dos escenas que nos gustaron a los tres bastante. La primera de ellas fue cuando estaban en el tanque o en el convoy, les lanzaron con un lanzacohetes y le quedó muy cerca de dar en la cara, pero lo mejor fue que en la escena explotó el lanzacohetes hasta el final. Eso fue una escena muy increíble, muy buena.
Just like Wilbert said, that's also one of my favorite scenes, where they're driving in the convoy and they get shot by an RPG, and it barely hits them. It just goes right past the truck, and that's fine and all, but the best thing was there's a building about 2-3 kilometers behind them in the distance, and it hits the building. Normally you don't see this in movies, because it shoots past them and the scene changes, no? And in this one, it hits the actual building behind them, so it's much more real. You can actually see that actually happened, and the special effects were really well done.
Una de mis escenas favoritas en la película es cuando en la tercera misión Kyle le dispara a el terrorista que llevaba una bazooka, y un niño está ahí y va a recoger la bazooka, y él, o sea, te das cuenta de la lucha que tiene. Ciertamente vimos que la primera persona que él asesina es un niño con su madre, pero esta vez es diferente. Él ya es un padre. Y tiene esta lucha en la que ves como, por favor, suéltalo, no lo levantes. Esa lucha como diciendo, no te quiero matar, eres inocente, o no sé lo que habrá pensado. Pero sí puedes notar la tensión. Es un momento muy intenso en la película, donde podemos entender que la persona que está detrás del rifle es un humano, y que al final de cuentas tiene que tomar una decisión, y no solamente eso, sino vivir con las consecuencias de las decisiones que toma.
One of the scenes that I didn't like in the movie, it was pretty gory. It was brutal. It was pretty hard to watch. It's the scene where the butcher comes out into the open, and he has the kid, and the butcher is drilling the kid's leg first, and that's already bad enough, and the kid's screaming and everything, and then he moves to the kid's head, and you can actually see the scene cuts right to another one right before the blood just splatters. And That is quite a tough scene to watch. It's not for everybody. It's not for the faint-hearted, but I think it's a necessary scene to show that how tough and how cruel things are over there in the war. You know, because we as the public, we don't see this kind of thing, and it's not spoken of in the news. You just hear about people dying. You don't hear about how they die. And this is an important scene also for Chris, because this gives him more motive, more reason to go after these well, savages. So pretty hard to see, but necessary. That's an important scene.
Yo quiero hablar un poco de la dirección de la película. Clint Eastwood es uno de mis actores y directores favoritos. Tiene un estilo muy propio que como director, la verdad, en esta película sientes la esencia. Aunque tiene tomas muy contemporáneas, un estilo muy actual, los efectos especiales padrísimos. Pienso que de verdad hizo un excelente trabajo. Y Bradley Cooper, ese hombre es un camaleón. O sea, muy diferente a como lo vimos en Every Silver Lining. No es nada que ver con la misma persona que sale en ¿Qué pasó ayer? O sea, es completamente diferente, limitless. Y ahorita verlo, el cuerpo que tuvo que adquirir, ¿no? Cómo se ve con la barba y la masa muscular. Un gigante, un hombre de verdad que me imagino que debe haber estudiado muchísimo. Se ve que hizo su tarea. Ahora, no se me hace una de sus mejores actuaciones. Pienso que lo hemos visto. Aún así fue nominado al Oscar, ¿no? El año pasado por American Hustle y este año por esta película. Pero sí hizo un excelente trabajo. ¿A ti qué te pareció?
What I heard Wilbert say earlier was that if you go to war, you come back with a war within yourself. You come home with the war. So it affects when you come back. It has affected so many people because of all the trauma they've had, of the things they've seen, even the people they've killed. But the difference with Chris Kyle is he had no problem taking out the enemy. His only regrets or traumas are the people he couldn't save. When questioned by a psychiatrist if he was doing all right because of the over 150 people that he's killed, he said he was fine. It was just the people that he didn't get in time to rescue. That's what bothered him the most. You can see Chris's wife is having a hard time communicating with her husband, which is normal because obviously somebody who goes through war is going to have a hard time communicating with normal people or daily life, anything that's not war. And I was thinking that if you're going to decide to join the military and do more than 1 or 2 tours, I don't think you should maybe think about starting a family, because, you know, what if you die and you're leaving a wife and kids behind, and who knows what they're thinking about, like where if you're alive or not. So it's kind of selfish, maybe a little bit, to start a family and then leave and possibly die. It's a bit tough, that situation.
Thank God I didn't know about the end. It really surprised me. You feel like, damn.
Yeah, but when I saw the face of this guy and how he was staring back at her, I knew there was some danger, like maybe he would hurt his family or something. I didn't know he would end up killing Chris that day, but you could sense there was something wrong with him. And,
bueno, como decían, al final en esa película yo no me esperaba ese final. Yo la verdad pensaba que iba a morir en su cuarta misión cuando el helicóptero lanzó los misiles, porque él le decía a Taya, I'm ready to go home. Y yo pensaba que eran sus palabras, porque su mente ya está lista para regresar a casa, para despedirse, sus últimas palabras. Ahora, el último final yo no me lo esperaba para nada. Fue algo que le dio un gran giro. Para mí, yo al principio yo sentí como una película de soldados basada en la vida real. Yo sabía que él iba a morir, pero yo pensé que iba a morir en batalla, no fuera de ella. Exacto. Exacto.
Hey, how about that intro and this outro? Yeah, thanks to our man here, Wilbert, who helped us.
Yeah, he's our graphics designer now, and he did the intro and the outro, and I say he did a great job. We needed one anyway.
Yeah.
So thank you, Wilbert.
Yeah, well done, man.
We're happy you're on the team with us. Thank you for watching our movie review about American Sniper. Please let us know what you thought about it in the comments. We are Amateur Film Reviews. My name is Nick.
Abdiel.
Wilbert.
Nos veremos en el futuro. Así como lo ven, acabamos con un récord de 150 muertes. Wow. No, no.
160. Get it right.
105, yo leí 150. Yo leí 150. Subscribe to this face. Subscribe to this beautiful face here. Like.